right, there we go. Now we're back in the studio. Fire alarm is turned off. Everything is great for a Monday, right?
Yay!
Only took just a little bit over an hour to kind of get everything kind of normal. So, yeah, it's just an odd day. I got to tell you, there's some pretty good flooding on my way here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was. I mean, it looks like we had a storm because you got branches down all over the place and driving, we drive on Village Boulevard here in West Palm Beach, which floods a lot anyway. And typically, if you've lived in your area for a while, you know what it looks like.
You know the puddle spots.
Yes, you know exactly where they accumulate and about how deep. And so, yeah, it has that look like we've had a pretty good storm.
If you don't have to be out in it, don't be out in it because there's definitely a lot of debris out there. But
there is, yeah.
By the end of today, we should be golden.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Who knows what's going to happen with that storm? You were talking about it earlier. It's a quirky, crazy little tropical storm, Etta.
It may turn later in the week, and we'll think about that later. But for right now, I think we're good.
Yes. I got to tell you, though, I was surprised at just how humid it still is. And you can tell if you have a lot of glass in your house. I walk, everything is fogged up. And I walk outside, I'm like, it is still massively humid. And it is November 9th. It's November 9th, and it's still like crazy humid outside.
We got a tiny little cold snap right after Halloween. Remember that?
I do.
Yeah, I tell you all the time, it's the second week of November that it goes in, but we are getting into that point. Like, if it's not by the end of this week, then my whole theory is
it's 2020, bruh.
It's readjusted.
This humidity, it's just wreaking havoc on my hair. I mean, I'm a part of the hair club now.
You are. Not the hair club. Not my hair club.
Your stuff looks tight. What are you talking about, girl?
It is very hard work to get it to look even this tight.
That's the problem with having hair.
It is.
And honestly, for somebody that struggles to have hair, I don't have any kind of sympathy for anybody who's got to deal with it.
I get it. I'm being a little hair biatch right now.
I'm like, go on the other end.
Your hair looks good. So your hair, does the humidity do anything to it? Is it not affected at all?
Yeah, I mean, everything, the elements can affect it. But, that's just it. When you can't really get it yourself and you need Hair Club to help you get it, I don't complain. I'm like, oh, woe is me. Oh no, I got to deal with having to fix my hair.
Frizz.
No, it looks puffier and fuller.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh wow.
This man would give a pinky finger for fullness.
Yeah, so that's why I got no sympathy for people who are always, frizz and hair trouble.
Your hair looks so big and full.
Nobody knows the troubles I've seen.
Baldness.
Nobody knows but Kevin, yeah.
Sadness and scalp.
Yeah, I got no sympathy for you people with natural great hair. Oh, boo-hoo. Some great stuff that we got going on. I want to remind you, too, the 5K Workday Payday coming up at 9 a.m. Another chance to qualify for that with $100. And $5,000 is what we wind up handing out. We handed out another $5,000 on Friday. That's the second $5,000 check that we've given out. And we're going to give out another one coming up this Friday. But you got to be here at 9 a.m. to get involved with that. And I saw we also did a Power of Pizza over the weekend.
Yes. We did.
How cool is that? The nice little pizza delivery from Doss Craft Beer and Pizza.
Pizza just brings people together. We need, togetherness more than ever. Pizza does that.
Yeah. The videos are up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. You can go and see that. And the pizza outfits were popping.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Bird hooked it up. We're decked out in pizza.
I still have that beautiful pizza dress that was supposed to be here. The arrival date now is in December. We're still doing this in December, though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got one more.
December will be here in a matter of minutes.
It will be, and you are going to look pizza beautiful.
And you said you got a smaller size dress, too. I mean, we could put that on Mags or Rocco. You just let me know.
It's too small. I don't even know if my dog Chewy could fit in it. It's small. They had some kind of screw up with it.
They sent you baby clothes?
They sent me toddler clothes.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah, it's a small dress.
You have a toddler who wants a pizza dress.
My thigh could get in it.
Uh-huh. So if you would like to get up on the Power of Pizza, we're going to be doing another delivery in early December. You can download the free 97.9 WRMF app and listen to the KVJ Show for just 1 hour today, and you'll get an entry for that Power of Pizza. You can also listen to WRMF.com. So lots of cool stuff coming up. They did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction over the weekend, and they also did the vote on the Toy Hall of Fame. So a lot of Hall of Fame stuff that's going on. 3 toys have made it into the Toy Hall of Fame.
We're always angry every year. It's never a great list.
Yeah, the people that vote on this, they say it is from industry experts, historians, and the general public. And that's why I just wonder, okay, well then why? There were 9 finalists that did not get enough votes to get into the Toy Hall of Fame. You had Bingo, did not make it. You had Light Bright, did not make it.
Dang, Light Bright?
Light Bright is awesome.
We love Light Bright.
My Little Pony did not make it.
My little pony, so sad and lonely. It's all you're going to hear.
Some games like Sorry and Yahtzee and Risk, those all did not make it. What did make it into the National Toy Hall of Fame this weekend was Jenga, Sidewalk Chalk, and Baby Nancy, which is a baby doll that debuted in 1968 as one of the first popular black dolls ever that was out there. So it's before our time, but whoever it is knows about that and knows about Sidewalk Chalk, and they love Jenga over the other ones I mentioned.
I mean, Sidewalk Chalk, y'all, that is bogus.
Well, and I was just surprised that Jenga gets in before Sorry, Yahtzee, Bingo,
and
even.
Light Bright.
It doesn't
Yeah.
feel right. There's a respect being ignored here with the Light Bright.
Yeah, who are these toy experts that do these bunk votes?
They
Is
do.
chalk a toy?
No, it's not.
That's like putting in crayons and markers. Like it's a writing tool.
They
Right.
do this to fire people up. I'm convinced of it. You know they don't believe that Sidewalk Chalk is better than Light Bright.
So they
You
make
know
the
that.
votes terrible just to get people to talk about it? Is that the strategy that we're on?
It's the same thing Rolling Stones will do. They'll the 20 greatest whatever, and there's 2 guys that are in a room and they just make stuff up to get people all pissed off.
I kind of feel like they mean it, though. Like they really do. They're like, and if you don't agree, then you just don't get it.
Maybe they're just stupid because I feel like we have it figured out.
Well, I mean, Light Bright, it's a classic. Sidewalk Chalk, they don't even sell it at Publix. They sell just the regular kind, not even the assortment, Virginia.
Yeah, we are disputing. We want to recount.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
Everything's about a recount today, Kev. We want to recount with everything. For the good people at Light Bright, they deserve a recount.
Thank you.
We're recounting everything. All right. Well, you don't have really any school going on anywhere in South Florida. I don't know what's going on with businesses. I think a lot of places are open, but I'm just kind of like listening to the wind and the rain. And, yeah, I wouldn't be encouraging a lot of people to be out driving in this.
I can hear it kind of going through our headphones into our mic. I wonder if the people can hear the rain on our window.
Yeah, I don't know that it's carrying through that much, but yeah, you can definitely hear it. The weather coming down outside. It just sounds like that kind of like weather where it's not good to be driving in because the wind.
But then if you're listening to it and you're also in the same weather, are you hearing that weather in your environment and through the speaker? So you're double weathered.
Stereo system, bro. Yeah, I see what you're saying, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell. I think a lot of people are just out of sorts today.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is call into work, eat everything until you're in pain kind of Monday.
Yeah. It's got a different little vibe to it today. You're right. It's kind of like a dial it in Monday, which I guess is kind of cool. Don't you like that when nobody has any expectations of you to do anything good?
Yeah, I kind of thought that of yesterday and Saturday, too. I was like, today is get fat and sassy kind of weather.
I got so happy because, like, our work here basically said to everybody except us, stay home, work from home. And I was like, yes, because I had this meeting that I didn't want to go to that got canceled. And I was like, yes.
Oh, okay.
And then they sent out a Zoom invite yesterday at 5 p.m.
Oh, no. So you still got it?
I still have the horrible meeting. It's just now on Zoom.
That's
Oh,
so
so it's
much-
even going to be more awkward.
yeah.
But that's better, though. You can be at home. You can
True.
you can Porky Pig it if you want to. Just don't stand up.
I might Porky Pig it and accidentally let him see.
I wouldn't do that.
Accidentally.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Gotcha. I saw you had some nachos over the weekend, Virginia. We were talking about that a lot on Friday.
I did. So it was in my head. And then I picked up Magnolia and her friends from school on Friday, and they wanted Taco Bell. And so I had to get a few nachos. But Taco Bell doesn't drench all the nachos. Only the top little portion, like 8 nachos, get stuff on them. So
Yeah.
I ate those 8 nachos that actually had beef and cheese, and I just left the dry ones, and I felt good about it.
I had a complete nacho just debacle. I went to Publix, I got all my ingredients, and I forgot the cheese. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
That's not
then
even-
are
that's not even
you?
nachos.
I know.
I thought I knew you.
I get home, I'm devastated, can't find the cheese, so I order it online, and guess what? They brought me fat-free cheese. It was a complete nightmare. Yeah, it just didn't work out.
Were you drinking?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Not when I was out and about, but when I got back
These
home.
sound like drunk mishaps.
I wasn't drinking out and about, but when I got home, I was drinking, yes.
Well, we asked you for Friday the best toppings for nachos. You got chips, cheese, everything else counts as a topping. The top vote getters was salsa and guacamole. Then you had jalapenos, ground beef, and chicken. Those are the top 5.
I could
in
not
order.
believe sour cream didn't make the list. I'm devastated by that.
It's polarizing. It also sweats when you keep it out too long.
Oh, I like it when it mixes with the cheese, and then you have this creamy, sour, cheesy mix.
Have you ever gotten too big of a glob of sour cream? You're not
I
expecting
don't know.
it.
I know because I never get it. To me, sour cream is in the candy corn category, where the people who love it, I'm like, ugh. And every now and then I'm like, well, let me go back to it. I just I'm like, this is disgusting.
It's a bit of a bully
Who's eating
ingredient,
this?
and if you leave it out, it starts to smell a little throw-uppy. It
I
sweats.
love sour cream. Bring it on. I would eat it with a spoon.
I was living that sour cream lie. I thought I loved it because it reminded me of ice cream. The look of it, it's not good.
Ice cream?
Well, it looks like ice cream. It tricks you.
It
thinking,
throws you off.
Yeah, this is going to be great.
and then it's not great.
You got to use it sparing. It's one of those sparingly kind of
I
items.
agree. You can't go too heavy-handed with it, but if your ratio is like a cup of cheese, a third of a cup of sour cream, that is beautiful.
Then again, I saw a lot of people talking about raw onions and then the green peppers. All of those, again, bully ingredients.
Raw onions are so delicious.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for all the votes on that. Hopefully you got your nachos in. Did you guys have anything else exciting happen over the weekend for you? I pretty much just did football. Football was glorious this weekend. It was fantastic.
Yeah, we did the same.
Okay. Just a football watching weekend.
Yeah, I'm trying to just keep Mags under wraps. It's really hard.
What are you doing? Chaining her down?
Yeah, I'm going to have to pretty soon.
Why? What's going on?
She wants to go here. She wants to go there. She wants to
Well,
just...
she's a teenager. She's like getting ready to be 16 soon, Virginia.
I know, but I mean, it's a tropical storm and COVID.
That's what they do, though. These kids want to go out.
I know, it's tough. I'm having a hard time with it.
Yeah, you're going to start getting that sneaking out kid.
I know. I let her go. I let her go out,
You did,
but
okay.
I just struggle. And then this Life 360, it's turned me into a maniac. 'Cause
Yeah,
I just
well,
sit there
you were
and
a maniac before.
I just sit there and stare at it. I'm like, oh, she's in Walmart. Oh, now she's in the parking lot.
Oh, my goodness.
Like,
I don't know thank God my mom didn't have technology.
right? Thank God none of our moms did.
Wow. So that's what Mag's got to deal with, huh?
Well, I don't tell her that I watch her and I know every move.
I think kids can sense it, though. Like, if your mom is like that maniacally crazy watching your every move.
Oh, yeah.
You have a pretty good idea. So she knows. She's got to get in the car with her friends and be like, my mom is nuts.
Oh, they turn on the radio and go, listen to this craziness.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. This woman is insane. All right, well, here we are on a Monday trying to get through it. And, yeah, it's kind of like a dial it in on Monday. Some people were saying, yeah, I got to work outside, so I happen to get the day off today. It's awesome. Today's my 27th birthday. That's kind of cool.
Oh, you need to order the biggest breakfast. I'm the birthday person.
Okay.
And just celebrate your
Let it go.
your nards off. If you're a guy. If not, celebrate your...
Gotcha. And somebody else said, I got to go to work today and my window doesn't roll up.
Oh, no.
I used to know that move, my friend.
Yeah.
You got to get that garbage bag.
That's a tough Monday right there.
That's not. I don't even know if that. I think that hurts the problem because you're constantly reminded. You hear it flapping in the wind.
I know, but at least you can't get as wet.
Well, here we are on a Monday. We're trying to get it going. We were out of studio for like the first hour. Now we're back in studio. It's crazy raining out. We're just going to try to make it happen.
What does the Kevin Ralston do at the show if all of a sudden that alarm came right back on right now? what do we do?
Well, then we got to just pack it up, and it's just time to go.
It's
just everything about it. Probably right now the radio god's like, going, why are you guys still in there? I'm trying to give you every possible excuse to not do a show today.
I mean, how many more signs do you guys need?
Right, at that
Hurricane,
point,
fire alarm.
Because at that point, like the
COVID.
building's just going to collapse on us. I tried to warn you. So we're going to do a round of Think Fast coming up in minutes here on the KVJ Show.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, it's definitely already been an interesting Monday here. We got a little tropical storm that's kind of blowing around South Florida and canceling schools and people's work and all that kind of stuff. But KVJ, despite having a fire alarm going off for the first hour, we found a way. We're soldiering on here. We're making this happen. We're here for you today. So you guys got to wake up fast and make this thing happen. A quick round of Think Fast here to try to get your minds going.
Okay.
I'm hitching you up with it.
V dominated it last week. She was very good. Very impressive round.
Yeah.
Expect a lot less. The Saints played last night late.
Oh, and you didn't have to do the crown when you're down, though, right?
I never had to do the crown when you're down.
Yeah, so
never.
no Crown Royal for you.
Tom Brady took forever just to get a first down. He scored 3 points last night. That's it.
Yeah, 3 picks.
3
He has
picks.
made picks as he had points.
I could not believe how bad Tom Brady looked. I've never seen it.
How
Tom
often do you say
Brady's
that?
getting old.
It was like, wait, what?
I'm just kidding. I don't think he's getting old, right? He's still got a couple more years in the tank.
I think he's, no, is he older than Drew Brees? They're both in their 40s. One's 43 and one's 41. I can't remember which one.
They both were on the top of like a touchdown thing, and last week is really annoying because the NFL Network, they kept hitting breaking news as they were passing each other with each touchdown. I'm like, would you stop this?
It's not breaking news.
It's not breaking news. Like, we get it. Stop.
Brady's 43.
It's annoying. He's 43. Okay, so then Tom Brady's 41.
All right, well, let's see how fast you guys can think here.
Wait, Brady's 41, then Breeze is...
No, Tom Brady's 43.
Okay, then Breeze is 41. Sorry. I told you I was up late.
I knew I should have said anything.
Don't expect a
Yeah, don't
lot.
throw numbers at her, ever. I keep telling you guys it's not allowed, but it keeps happening. Okay, think fast. Here is the game. I will give you a topic. Whoever can come up with a sensible answer the fastest gets the point. All right, top round here. A body part that starts with the letter T.
Tongue.
Okay, Virginia, tongue. That works.
I think I was thinking the same one as Bird.
Yeah, I stopped myself.
Okay.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
No.
I know you didn't. Virginia gets the point.
It was close, though. It was close.
Little trap I set for you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, name a cereal that starts with the letter C.
Captain Crunch.
Oh! Whoa! Wow, Virginia.
I think I gotta stand.
I almost said Count Chocula.
Yeah, that would have worked. There are a lot of Cheerios, Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, yeah.
Cornflakes, yeah. Mm-hmm. All righty. Virginia up 2-0. You fellas got to get going here.
Jeez.
All right, name a salad topping that starts with the letter B.
Bacon!
Okay. That scream,
You
I think
can't
said
beat him
bacon.
on cured meat.
Yeah. Okay, Bird gets a point there with bacon. All right, next up, think fast. An airline that starts with the letter F.
Freedom. Frontier.
Frontier. That's it. Yes.
nice.
Frontier.
That was Freedom.
Freedom. Pretty
Freedom.
good name for an airline. Okay, Denny's is on the board. What are you, emptying your pockets? Does that hold you
he's
back?
getting serious.
That holds you back by having keys in your pocket?
She doesn't want to be weighted down.
Bogged down. I don't know.
Okay. Virginia's got a 2-1 lead on Jaybird and Denny's here in Think Fast. All right, next up. Something you can order in an Italian restaurant that starts with the letter L.
Lasagna!
Oh,
What'd you say?
Lasagna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got it.
Okay.
can't beat him on that.
No.
All righty. Okay. I think if he has coronavirus, he definitely just gave it to me.
Covered you in spit.
Oh, he just yelled and spit all over me.
Speak hard.
Yeah.
Luckily, he looks healthy.
Can we get one of those little plexiglass dividers? I think it's necessary here.
I want that Publix one.
I want this win.
Okay, everybody still alive. Denny's, you got to get them all out here to win this round of Think Fast. Next up, it's a really fast animal that starts with the letter C.
Cheetah!
Suits, is that Virginia? You're going to go Virginia on that? Okay, very nice.
Oh,
and
the check is in the mail, Reek.
that gives Virginia another win.
Oh, my God.
Just like that. Put your
Just like
keys back
that.
in your pocket and sit down.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to take my keys and go home.
Yeah, he's out of here. He's out of here. All right, Odd Little Monday. We got many column outs that people have emailed and texted into us that we're going to be getting going here in a little bit. And maybe Virginia's friend wants to call Jaybird out for stealing a home from her.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is real.
I don't know all the details of Virginia.
Wow. Jaybird, the house thief?
Yeah, sounds like he is trying to swoop in and monopolize the market.
Wow.
This is such a lie.
Okay. Jaybird is a house thief. Well, I guess this is good news, bad news. Good news for Jaybird is that you told us on Friday that you had a house you're putting an offer in. That's your good news, is that maybe this thing's moving forward. The bad news is for Virginia's friend who also wanted the same house that you took from her.
Well, I don't know if she wanted it. She just was looking at it, right?
Oh, okay.
She's looking at it.
Well, she
and
was looking at it.
She got word that Jaybird was moving forward, and she was like, oh, well, I don't want to get into a bidding war with Jaybird because I know him, and she felt bad, and I think just backed away and kind of left with her tail between her legs.
Well, she didn't have to. I don't know how this worked. I just know that I saw it on Friday, and then I made an offer. I had no idea she was even involved.
Yeah, I think
That's
just
weird, though, that
It's
two people
very weird
Right.
that two
you
people
know.
very close to me. Like, she's very close and you're very close.
Well, I thought you said she put an offer for anot's house.
She did
All
after
right.
she was crying all day.
Oh, my
Was she
gosh.
really upset?
No, I'm just teasing you.
That's the way it goes, I guess, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Look, and she happily backed away. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding you. She didn't want to get into a bidding war with Jaybird.
Did she actually like the house?
They only saw it from the outside. They were supposed to go see it on Saturday on the inside, and then that's when you put in your offer.
Wow, that's really bizarre to me.
Crazy,
Isn't that
huh?
weird?
It's weird.
Well, you guys are looking in the same exact little neighborhood.
But she's one of your best friends.
I know.
That's just odd.
And you're one of my best friends too, Bird.
Thank you.
I hope.
Yes, you are.
I think.
You are.
I don't know. You kind of look like maybe not.
What are you talking about? No, I'm distracted because Kevin and Denny's are having a side conversation.
I
and
just
they're
did
trying
a
to
bunch of
whisper.
editing. He was about to delete it. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, no, don't delete that.
It's tough for me to talk and then look at other stuff going on.
Denny's and Kevin are fighting. Ooh, what are they fighting
Well, they're
about?
having this conversation, and I'm more intrigued with that conversation.
did this. You went out of that, and you're just going to watch us talk.
I want out of this one.
You're going to watch Denny's and I talk off air.
I was
Yes.
trying to get you back
Yeah.
over here.
No, he couldn't do it, Virginia. He's distracted. All right, well, we got a bunch of column outs here today that people have sent in for us. If you got one, you can still get them in, 877-979-WRMF, as we'll put out these messages of what basically you should be doing right in society. People are getting called out for biking on sidewalks. Got this email. It said, people who ride their bikes on the pedestrian sidewalk need to be called out when there is a bike lane right next to them on the street.
Yeah, you know what, though? I still don't think we've figured all this bike stuff out because there's bikers that go in the street, and I get it. That's how they're trained to do it. But then they start weaving in the cars, and they lean into it's really kind of a mess when the bikers are in the road. I get that you're not supposed to do it on the sidewalk. I don't think we figured this thing out.
Well, what I find to be kind of ironic and what I've noticed is the people who have those slender bikes, and they're usually slender people that ride slender bikes. Have you ever noticed that usually your body type is the kind of it
Well, a
matches
fat
your
guy will
bike?
bend the frame.
Yeah, I get.
A fat guy needs a mountain bike.
But what I noticed, because they've got a lot of these bike lanes now. In fact, they've even put little speed bump things to try to protect the bikers in those bike lanes. And so I noticed the people on the skinny people on skinny bikes are using that. But it seems like people on these beach cruiser bikes with huge baskets and things hanging off the side, those are the ones that are plowing down the middle of sidewalks where you got pedestrians walking. It just seems like it's kind of the opposite way. So I kind of know what they're talking about here because I do walks. I go out and there's a lot of people, and that's what I've always noticed. The people on the beach cruiser bikes, they may have 3 wheels on them. And I mean, they're just sitting there like mowing pedestrians over. Meanwhile, the slender people on the slender bikes are the ones in the bike lanes.
I also don't, you're supposed to drive with the traffic with the bike. I don't trust people behind me. How do I know they're not hopped up on Vicodin or something?
Yeah, have you seen these blue hairs that can't even see like that there's a stop sign, much less that there's a bike lane?
Yeah, I get.
If I'm biking on the sidewalk because I don't want to get hit by a car.
I've said that before about biking, and it should be on the sidewalk. I got so much hate for it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the idea of someone sneaking up behind you and bumping you.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we have it totally figured out, but that is how it is supposed to go. And you're right. I mean, that's the thing. If you're on a bike or a motorcycle, a lot of times you can't trust those people in cars.
No.
Right.
You shouldn't trust people on cars anyway.
Yeah.
In closing, you should just stay home.
Yes, in fact, put away the bike and the car, order delivery.
Your Mama Kay had it right.
Another traffic column out. This is for fast lane awareness. Keith, a little shout out to the Pickle Squad, said, I travel to Miami from West Palm and back on 95 almost every day for work. And every day I get increasingly more upset at the amount of people who just camp out on the fast lane. That's the lane just to the right of the HOV lane. They have zero intention of moving over to the right for anyone to pass, regardless of speed. Now, the Florida Department of Transportation website even states that you should flash your lights at these people to get them to move over. Really? I've tried that. It doesn't work. People just slow down even more, and police don't enforce that they drive a little bit faster in this lane. So I'm hoping maybe the radio can help.
To Keith's point, it is the worst when you're driving on I-95 and someone's going so slow in the left-hand lane, then you look over and they're texting.
Yeah.
I want to just scream, Virginia.
But if you can pass them in that HOV, just pass them in the HOV.
Here's the problem. If you are the only person in the HOV and it's within those hours, and if you even jump into that, I've got a ticket for being in the HOV. I wasn't aware. I was 3 minutes over. It was like, 4 p.m.? It was like 4:03, and I got pulled over. I'm like, why is this guy pulling me over? I was doing the speed limit and everything. He's like, going, you're the only person. It's HOV. I'm like, I looked up. I'm like, it's 4:03.
When we were going to Miami, we were getting fired in Miami. The first 3 weeks, I got 3 tickets. The HOV lane was
they will patrol that like
man.
crazy. So if you are by yourself, you want that one lane. And I'll put it, it's a speed lane, but it's a higher concentration lane. Because you have different levels of concentration on I-95. Some people are really focused, and they're typically, they're driving a little faster, but they're driving well. And then you got the people who are driving all kinds of radical speeds, and they're texting and not paying attention.
They're talking on the phone. They're smoking. They're talking with one hand. They're smoking a ciggy in the other. They're driving with their knees.
That's not a ciggy.
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely crack.
Yeah, so I get what Keith's saying. That's maybe an awareness. So it's, the lane, if you can't get into the HOV, the lane over would be the fast lane. And when those people clog it up, it will wreck 95. If you have somebody that is going just the speed limit or like 5 miles per hour under, because then all the fast drivers are now trying to get all the way over to the right where all the slow drivers are, and then you got confusion in the middle.
And fast drivers, they don't have that thing called patience. They want to keep it moving.
They got a place they got to go. So it's a good call them out there, Keith. Got to call them out here for the cranky lady at Publix. This email said, I'd like to call it the cranky old lady at the Hypoluxo Publix on 441 Wednesday night who tore into the bag boy who has autism.
Oh, baby.
She was upset that Publix wouldn't accept her coupon, which wasn't good for almost another week. The bag boy was in the process of helping my wife, who is 8 months pregnant. That then infuriated this terrible woman who wanted the bag boy's full attention and then snapped at him for paying attention to my pregnant wife, saying, it's not my problem this woman got pregnant.
Oh, my God.
Some people deserve to be tripped.
Though that woman, some people need to be called out publicly.
Yeah.
That would be one of those
This
people.
is what you use call them outs for. Thankfully, this woman did not get what she wanted, but she does need to chug a full cup of shame. I agree.
Yeah.
And another call out here to my able-bodied boss that parks in handicap spots. Apparently, this is an old boss. Says, I finally quit my job and got a better one, but I also have some dirt on him. He always parks in a handicapped spot in our building complex, and he is very able-bodied. I am on video 27 times pulling into a handicapped spot.
That would make the best video. That would go viral.
My video includes his car, his face, and his license plate, and I'm thinking about posting the video on YouTube anonymously in a new account. I think I'd be doing a public service. What are your thoughts?
You would definitely get some views on that. People love to shame people doing wrong things.
You could also edit it tightly and set it to music and put it on TikTok. That'd be funny.
There's a lot you could do with this. You have a great video.
Is it swimming in bad karma, or is it the right thing to do?
I think it's justifiable. I think you should shame him.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's not your boss anymore, so what do you care?
I mean, what's karma gonna do? Because what you posted the video of if showing him doing something wrong.
You're right. I guess if you don't want to be posted up on YouTube, don't do things like that.
Get those likes.
Okay.
It's all about likes, Virginia.
I know.
It's all about viewers.
Okay. Anybody else that you need to call out, you can let us know, 877-979-WRMF. If it's not enough to call out the bikers, somebody wants to call out the runners and walkers, walking and running in the middle of the road in the way of my truck at 5 in the morning when there's a sidewalk you could be using. Why is nobody using their designated space?
That person's so right. There in our area, there's this like power run club, and they do not give a crap about laws. They love to J-run across the street, and they run in packs, and they're so in shape and so annoying.
Is it because the bikers have taken over the sidewalks and now the walkers, runners have moved into the streets? So where do the cars go?
I don't know,
The bike lane?
They're all annoying, Kevin.
And everybody just get in your right lane. One more call them out when it comes to traffic. Apparently everybody in South Florida is just doing it wrong. Whether you're walking, biking, running, or even driving.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Calling out people who speed through school zones. I drove through 4 school zones on my way to work, and people were going 60 miles an hour through them. Well, the only thing is, I don't know if they have school today, so does that still apply? I don't know
How
if this
dare
is
you still,
the other
Kevin?
day, yeah. No one slowed down. Where's a cop when you need one? So I don't know if this is, I assume it's from this morning. That might be a reason why people are blowing through them. Because if it is a school zone, there's no school, you can zip through them, right?
You watch
Yes.
that blinking light.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And on that tip, somebody said, I want to call out the Palm Beach County School District for canceling school in person and online. Why can't we be virtual? We all have that capability. They just said that they were worried about the wind and rain, nothing about power outages. So now here's a day that we got to make up. I don't think we should.
That sounds like somebody that raises their hand at the end of the class. You forgot to give us homework, teacher. You forgot to give us homework. It's Friday.
Yeah. Well, I think they're saying that they would have rather have had it today than a day where they would have loved to have been off and done something else, and they're going to have to. It's going to happen someday.
Well, right here locally, there's 6,500 people this morning without power.
Yeah.
So those people couldn't be online even if they wanted to.
Right,
So.
and then that's, I'm sure, why they did it. So.
Plus, it's Monday. It's wet out.
Put on your slippers and chill the hell out.
Math is overrated.
Yeah, this is really not going to be a very productive Monday. So
No.
if you're planning on, I'm going to be so productive today, I would park that because it's just not going to be
Park
working out
it.
for you.
Just park it.
Just park it
Park
today.
it all.
Pick it back up tomorrow.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, I'm sure you saw over the weekend sad news to report. Alex Trebek died at the age of 80 after a long battle with pancreatic cancer. Sources say his final day in the studio was back on October 29th. But new episodes will continue to air because I guess he did a bunch of pre-work ahead of time. I believe, though, we do have his final sign-off audio. I think that's what this is. Denny's told me.
This is his final sign-off audio. And he sounds great, too, by the way.
I know. He was looking so good.
It wasn't that long ago.
No.
Yeah, this is really kind of a touching story, and you talk about the impact that Alex Trebek made, and you're like, oh, he hosts a game show, but it really was a thread of Americana that you just knew that he was there, and he was such a likable guy. He did it perfectly. He was a great sport about everything. He was a funny dude. And the way he went through his battle with cancer was just a great template for anybody who would ever have to go against anything tough in life.
The other thing, too, is he was 80 years old. He does 80 differently than other people, I feel like. You said he was 80, right?
Yeah, he looks 60.
The guy looks amazing. He does not look like an 80-year-old to me at all, or didn't.
Spry.
Yeah, this is, I think, the last Jeopardy episode that has aired currently. His final episode is going to air on Christmas Day. And his last day of shooting was on October 29th, just over a week ago. So he went all the way up to the end.
Okay.
So this was a clip, though, and this just goes to show you the impact that Alex Trebek has had on people and what they had to say. This is a pretty nice little tribute. Is it the tribute with the guy that's saying that he came to America?
There should be two.
Which one is it?
There's one of him talking about it's his last appearance, and then there's one that's kind of just a tribute. The tribute is a little bit more goofy.
Oh, okay. Do we have the audio of that guy? No, we don't have that one. Okay. All right, never mind. All right, this is from last Friday then.
21,601. That's a pretty good payday to wrap up the week. And another great game, as I said. Come back and visit with us on Monday. So long, everybody.
What's the guy you're talking about, Kev?
This is a guy. Let me find it here. I think I got it right here. I'll just play it off the computer. It was really, I thought this was kind of cool, and this was fitting and touching. This is a guy that grew up and learned English from Alex Trebek and watching Jeopardy. Let me see if I can get it here.
20,400 for Bert Thacker. Any family members back home cheering you on?
You know, here's a true story, man. I grew up, I learned English because of you. And so my grandfather, who raised me, I'm going to get tears right now. I used to sit on his lap and watch you every day. So this is a pretty special moment for me, man. Thank you very much.
And that had just aired, and then you can see Alex is, you know, just kind of like looking, and he's tearing up too. And to me, I'm glad that he was able to see that because,
sure,
you know, he's able to see what kind of impact he's really had on people.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, thought it was.
In other news, it looks like they are giving up on doing any more Full House reboots.
Oh, rats!
You got one of them in jail.
Yeah, that's if they take that turn, they go a little darker, a little grittier. I'm in.
The guy who is the show's creator and executive producer, Jeff Franklin is his name. He just sold the Full House house. Guess how much money they got for that house in San Francisco?
$80 million.
Well, I mean, housing prices are crazy expensive anyway in San Francisco. It's like downtown. That's going to be in the millions.
It is in the millions.
Anywhere between $2 and $80 million.
It's $5.3 million that he got for that house. So, wow. And finally here, if you want to buy Trump's helicopter, I guess it is up for grabs. They don't have a specific price on it. They say this thing is worth anywhere from $800,000 to $2 million, but it's one of those big, long, like limo-sized helicopters. So if you are in the neighborhood of 800 to 2 mil, you could scoop you up a little presidential helicopter today.
Is it? It's his personal Trump one.
It says Trump on it, and he's got 3 of them. So
he's got 3. Okay, all right.
He's getting rid of one.
I was going to say he might need a backup because he's going to lose one at least.
He's got 2 more, so I think he'll be okay. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
Somebody else texted in about Alex Trebek. Yes, there's some interesting little fun factoids about him. He holds the Guinness World Record for the most game show episodes hosted.
He's a legend.
Yeah, which is really cool. He started in 84, 7,500 episodes of Jeopardy. He has won 7 daytime Emmys from 34 nominations, also a Peabody Award, and his favorite animal was the musk ox.
Well, the other thing, too, people always forget, he's always in the conversation for best mustaches of all time when he had one.
Yeah.
It's very rare for someone to shave it off and still have that kind of clout.
Yeah, they don't know who might be the new host. Possibly Ken Jennings. they're saying.
Big shoes to fill. I don't know if Jennings is the guy, man.
Yeah, he had a quiet charisma.
He's kind of he's a little smug, Jennings.
Is he?
A little bit.
Okay, I haven't seen enough of him. Be interesting to see what people have to say about Dave Chappelle. He came out and he's been doing some stand-up stuff during everything that's going on here through the pandemic and the social justice movement, everything that's gone on. And he did a 16-minute long monologue, which is very long for Saturday Night Live.
They do that for the big-time comedians. Even in the past, if you were a stand-up, they'd give you some...
You get to go.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Bill Burr went for a while, too.
Yeah.
Chappelle, the last time he was there, went for a long time.
Yeah. And it was, I mean, they just let him ride. He didn't, use any real bad language. He did use the N-word a lot, which he typically does. But he used it referring both to black and white people. And there he had some jokes and he was kind of making fun of the woke crowd that they had in there. He had a joke about Freddie Mercury getting AIDS. And then he was talking about women only making half of what men do. And some people, and he's like, that's when he kind of went after everybody. But Dave Chappelle did close out his monologue by saying, you've got to find a way to live your life. You got to find a way to forgive each other. You got to find a way to find joy in your existence in spite of that feeling. Is how he shut it all down. And he also did a pretty good skit where they had everything that's gone on in the cancel culture that has happened with the social justice awakening. Here's what they did on Saturday Night Live over the weekend.
But it's just not working out. We have to let you go.
But I'm Aunt Jemima. Who doesn't love my pancakes?
Everyone loves your pancakes, Aunt Jemima.
It's you. You're the problem.
Me? What did I do?
It's not what you did, it's how you make us feel about what we did.
What about Uncle Ben?
Oh, well, damn it, woman. Don't you drag me into this mess.
Look, if I'm going down, you coming with me.
Actually, Uncle Ben, she's right.
Yeah, we have to let you go too, for the same reason.
This is ridiculous. If we can't work, how come the Allstate guy gets to work?
Now, wait a cotton picking minute, Uncle Ben. Oh, I knew you'd sell me out.
Yeah, fire Allstate guy too.
Stop calling me Allstate guy. I have a name. It's Guy from Waiting to Exhale.
Well, whatever your name is, you're getting fired too.
But I'm not even a food product. I sell security. My deep black voice makes white people feel safe. Like they're in good hands.
There you go. That was Dave Chappelle on that. And he also put in a lot of plugs. He's on Netflix now, if you didn't know, the old Chappelle Show.
Oh.
And it was hard to find, too. If you ever want to go back and watch some of his old skits, it was hard to find those. I think he was probably sitting on that, and he was waiting. I wonder how much money he's making, because he's got to deal with not only Netflix, but HBO.
Wow.
And I haven't heard how much he's making on that, but I think he's probably racking it in. So he promoted that a lot over the weekend as well. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, it's time for the holidays when the Goop Holiday Gift Guide is out. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Is there anything on there that we can afford?
There are some items that are a little bit more reasonable, but there's just some ridiculous, goofy stuff in the Goop Guide. We'll play a little Goop Holiday Gift Guide prices right next.
More KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, it's really not the holiday season until the Goop Holiday Gift Guide gets out there. Gwyneth Paltrow in her out-of-touch egg.
So relatable.
Yeah.
The only thing I like is that candle that she says smells like her vagina. That's pretty funny.
The candle and then that egg thing. Where are you putting that? Remember that egg?
Yeah, the egg, all kinds of gynecologists came out and said, please do not do that. So she had to pull the egg off the website and pull it out of somewhere else maybe.
Oh, I mean, I'm not even a gynosaurus, and I know how that you shouldn't be putting eggs up there like that.
That's a really old gynecologist, by the way, if you're wondering.
Gynosaurus
with short arms.
Gynosaurus is gross.
Yeah. Okay, here's what we got for the Goop Holiday Gift Guide. All right, you tell me how much you think that Goop is asking for this item. It is a Ouija board from the Eddie Parker collection. The description reads, done in hand-poured, glitter-bombed acrylic, this celestial Ouija board makes for some fun after-dinner entertainment. It's best played with the lights turned down, a few flickering Goop candles set out around the room, plus a cocktail or two beforehand. How much would you pay for the Eddie Parker Ouija board, Virginia?
Oh, it sounds fancy. Show me $300.
$300. Jaybird, how much would you pay on Goop for this Ouija board?
I wouldn't pay a single cent, but I think she's selling it for $495.
$495. Jaybird, you're closer, but you're still a ways off. $1,995.
For a Ouija board?
Yeah.
So Goop's got to be doing good, right? The fact that it's still around and she's still doing it.
Well, they just have these products, and it is kind of fascinating because, you know, we are close enough to wealth. We're just a hop, skip, and a jump. Sometimes we can see it. Sometimes we can smell it. A lot of us who are listening to the show don't have it. But I think people with those kind of means, they don't even flinch. A $2,000 Ouija board? Okay, yeah. Just to say that they did, they'll buy it.
But it's more like a piece you put out, too. If it's like fancy like that, yeah, you put it out and it's like, oh, there's inlay of glitter.
But what I'm saying is Goop, the company's got to be doing decent enough for people to keep going to it.
She's doing okay. She's still kicking. Those candles sold out.
Yeah.
And there was several restocks of it, and every one she puts out sells out.
I think the fact that you really don't see her acting at all anymore lets you know that Goop is doing pretty well.
True.
She's all right. Okay, how about this? Also on the Goop holiday gift guide, they have an Hermes longboard, like a skateboard. They call them the longboard.
Yeah.
They're actually selling a longboard. It says, travel through the urban jungle on this beach plywood frame board brushed with the savage art of Hermes silk scarves made in France.
Guys, rich people are so annoying.
It's amazing what's on here. How much would you pay, Jaybird, for an Hermes longboard on the Goop holiday gift guide?
Hermes pay $3,250.
Okay, Virginia, what do you think? You thinking a skateboard's $3,200?
Pretty good guess, but I think he's gone a little high.
Okay.
So I'm going to say $1,200.
$1,200.
Way too low, Mama. You don't get the Goop community.
Actual retail price, $4,425. Jaybird has got another point here.
Who's fancy now?
Wow. He's really dialed in here.
Goop Dad is.
Okay, next up on the Goop holiday gift guide, a pyramid commode. The description reads, a pyramid-shaped toilet closet that creates a spatial vortex in whatever room it's placed in. Made of solid mahogany with a natural finish. Designed by Elizabeth Page Smith, a luminary artiste and furniture designer to the stars, Kanye is a client.
Oh, so annoying. Oh, what an annoying write-up.
I love all these.
I don't know if I like the term pyramid when it comes to going to the bathroom.
It's in the shape of a pyramid. It looks like an Egyptian pyramid, and it covers the commode, so you would go into this pyramid to take your poo.
A pyramid poop palace.
Yeah, and I'm sure maybe it's mummy wrap that you wipe with. I don't know.
Am I the only one that doesn't think this would be a good idea or clean or nice?
I think fancy toilets are a big thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, keep in mind, it is a spatial vortex.
Well, we're talking about bathroom stuff. It's important. This is this is at least $12,000.
Okay, Virginia, how much would you pay?
Show me $13,000.
Okay, actual retail price $35,000. Virginia is closer on that one. $35,000.
$35 for a pooper.
Yeah, for a pyramid commode closet.
I'm not sold on it. The word pyramid's getting me all.
We need to see pictures.
To me, this next item really just sums up Goop. It's the Goop holiday gift guide, and they've got an avocado green mattress bed. Just the mattress part.
Made with real avocados.
Listen to what it says here. Here's the description. Our bespoke artisanal bed. Who makes beds artisanal?
Artisanal. Isn't that for food?
That's what I
thought it was.
Now it's for beds.
It's a farm-to-table bed.
Is the bed actually made out of avocado shell?
It's listen to what it's made of. Our bespoke artisanal bed for conscious living is balanced with progressive American values of sustainability, social responsibility, ethics, and transparency. We don't use horsehair. We use royal alpaca from the Peruvian Andes. Okay, so it's better that you're using alpaca, not horsehair?
Yeah, they're
Better for who? Everyone but the alpaca.
Alpacas don't disagree with you.
They love the animals, except for the alpacas.
It includes heritage wool from our own farms in India. Non-violent organic silk. What is that?
It doesn't fight you back.
I want the violet silk.
Cashmere and cocoa fiber from the temperate zones of Asia. Each mattress requires a team of 12 craftsmen several weeks just to produce one Goop X avocado bed. How much would you pay? Virginia, what do you think? The actual retail price is on the Goop gift guide here.
For the bed, let's go 70 grand.
70 grand, okay. Jaber, what do you think?
I can't tell if you eat it or if you lay on it.
I know. I think you do both.
Sounds delicious.
You said 70 grand?
I did.
That's funny because I think it's 70 grand plus a penny.
Okay. 70,000. You have both overbid.
Damn
it.
It's only $38,000 for the mattress. $38,000 to lay on alpaca hair. How about that?
Good for the horses, bad for the alpaca.
Mm-hmm. And one more item here. How much would you pay on the Goop gift guide for the study pod? It says, science shows that being surrounded by plants, trees, and nature improves mental health, productivity, and learning abilities. This is why Study Pod is designed to be placed in your garden, in the forest, or any inspirational environment. With one large window in the front, it's like working outside whilst being sheltered. It's amazing. It's just basically like a mobile room that you can pluck down anywhere, and you walk inside and sit at a desk. It's the Study Pod. How much would you pay, Jay Bird?
It's $73,000.
Okay, Virginia.
I think it's $74,000.
Okay, good guesses. You both again overbid.
Oh, damn it.
You can actually get a Study Pod for only $13,600.
That's it?
That's it.
That's weird to me that that's so little, but yet the pyramid toilet.
It's $38,000.
Yeah.
Rich people don't make sense, man. That's basically what it is. Chris Martin somehow escaped Gwyneth Paltrow. He's a free man these days.
Yes.
He got away from Goop.
Conscious uncoupling.
Yeah. I'm sure he was very conscious.
Even their breakup name's annoying.
Is that what
they
They
said?
can't just say that we're going to be splitting up and give us
Yeah.
some privacy.
Mhm.
No, we're consciously uncoupling.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Apparently, Gwyneth Paltrow was busy over the weekend. She was doing a Zoom call with Dr. Fauci and a bunch of other celebrities. You know, because we want to kick this pandemic. So let's get Fauci with Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, Orlando Bloom, Katy Perry.
This does not at all sound politically motivated whatsoever.
And 2 Chainz. So look out, pandemic. Here they come.
The task force.
Yes. Apparently, they were on with Fauci getting all the information that we already know, like avoiding crowds, wearing a mask, in the hopes that they will take all that stuff back to their audience. I'm like, they don't know that yet?
Haven't we been going over this since
Yeah.
March, guys?
I kind of thought so.
Do we need this dream team to tell us to socially distance?
I don't think we need any more dream teams. I think we're good.
Well, some of this, people are talking about tax brackets and whatnot. It's something that, depending upon where you are, it's something you care about. And some people are going, oh, no, I'm going to get hit with such high taxes. And some people were venting about that, you know, worried about what might be swinging with the elections just happening, whether they be the presidential or even like the local stuff. And some people are going, you need to chill. Like you think you're a higher tax bracket than what you actually are. And so people started putting up signs. You're likely not in a higher tax bracket. So if you don't understand the dollars and cents, if you basically have any of these things, you don't need to worry because you're not in a higher tax bracket. Some of the things people were posting up on social media, your pillow is yellow and your bed just sits on the floor. If that is you, don't stress this higher tax bracket. You're good.
And the yellow is not from how you bought it from the store. That yellow is from time.
It's time.
It started out white.
Yeah, it was a white pillow.
Signs, you're likely not in a higher tax bracket. You use Walmart plastic bags as bathroom trash bags. Guilty.
I've done that.
We do that now.
I use them sometimes for poop bags for chewing.
Oh, yeah, they're very handy. You shake the gas pump trying to get the last dribble. You're not in a higher tax bracket, likely. You qualify the Olive Garden as fine dining.
Look, some of us were raised in that kind of environment. Olive Garden is fine dining.
No, it's not.
Growing up, it was.
Yeah, but times have changed.
You know what I'm talking about. You talked about how Sizzler was very fancy for y'all.
Oh, I mean, I knew it wasn't fancy, but it was all we could afford.
Mm-hmm.
And it was special because we were poor.
You're right.
But you know it now that you're an adult, you're like, oh, wait, I was poor.
Mm-hmm.
When you're little, you don't know you're poor.
Signs, you're likely not in a higher tax bracket. You decorate your apartment with empty liquor bottles. Seen that move. That's kind of a young person's game.
It is.
Rich people have full liquor bottles all over theirs. If you poor, you got empty liquor bottles of ones that you drain, and they usually say Smirnoff on them.
And you're proud.
Yep, I did that. It's like a trophy of drunkenness. It's like you've won an award. You use 3-in-1 soap.
Whatever. I love 3-in-1 soap.
Uh-oh, somebody's offended.
You get it? I'm on half of this list. I love Olive Garden.
It's shampoo. It's conditioner. It's soap.
For a guy like me, I like to just streamline it all in one bottle.
Mm-hmm. Signs, you're likely not in a higher tax bracket. You're using Mama's Netflix password. Yep. And you just asked your friends to Venmo you the $5.73 for the Uber ride. So there you go. Anything else you want to share with us? 877-979-WRMF.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
The radio gods told me I should not have come in to do a show today, but I did not listen. I never do. They also said, don't go to Miami, and I didn't listen, and I did. And it didn't work out. And my computer has now frozen to add to everything else that has gone on here today. And oddly enough, I did not memorize the whacked out news.
Dang.
Do you need me to stretch with the topic?
Yeah, go.
Potatoes cooked in a microwave actually can be delicious if you put them in long enough. They say recommend 6 minutes. I put them in for 11. I get them crispy.
Do you have to poke holes in them, or can you just throw them in like a rock?
I throw them in like a rock, and
I'm
then
not surprised.
And then I eat them like a rock.
Okay, it is unfrozen.
We're back.
All right.
We'll see if I
And
can
we're
get
back.
through it. I don't know.
From Tater Talk?
Microwavable potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Tater Talk with the bird.
Well, they're trying to figure out what to do for Christmas with Santa, and sadly, I've seen in some places where Santa's just not going to be coming out for the kids to come and tell them what they want for Christmas.
I don't think it's a good idea, Santa. You're of advanced age. These kids are little germ magnets. Don't put them on your lap, boy.
Santa's magical, though. He can beat it.
Don't do it, Santa.
Well, he is of in that age group.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you're over the age of 2,000, they say survival rate's not great for COVID. But yeah, you would think with his magic, he'd be able to make COVID go away. Luckily, if it's not magic, it's Bass Pro Shops. Not only do they know hunting and fishing, but they know how to keep Santa safe. So they're actually going to be bringing out Santa Claus and sitting him inside of a plexiglass box for photos.
I love it. It's a great move from the Bass Company.
That's hilarious.
I love it.
Yeah. So there you go. You will be able to go to Bass Pro Shop. That's where Santa's going.
Hopefully they have some sort of ventilation system for this plexiglass box they put Santa in.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure they've thought of it, but y'all know you got to put an AC vent, right?
Santa's protected from COVID, but he can't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy, Santa just passed out.
Boy, it sounds like the Three Stooges trying to deliver a heart here. I don't know if you saw this video that went on. What they went through trying to get this donor heart. It started off with the helicopter that was transporting it crashing.
Oh my God!
While landing on the helipad of the hospital in LA on Friday. 3 people were on board, but only the pilot had minor injuries. So everything was good there. So the first mishap goes down. But I mean, this heart is like holding on. It's gone through a helicopter crash. Then apparently a first responder grabbed the heart and took off running with it and then tripped and fell and dropped the heart. It fell out of his hands and started rolling.
Oh my God.
So the heart has now gone through a helicopter crash and
it's been on the pavement?
Yeah. Somebody else apparently then whisked it up, dusted it off, took it, and they threw it in the guy, and it worked out perfect.
Wow, after all that, and it still didn't miss a beat?
Oh. Yeah, that heart took a licking and kept on ticking, and it's got somebody alive today because of it.
Dang.
That's pretty amazing.
The heart had heart.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy in North Carolina that robbed an RV park and tried to set the office on fire. But instead, he accidentally set himself on fire in the process.
Good karma, ha.
Instant karma right there. There's a woman in Jacksonville got into an argument with a hotel because they weren't offering free breakfast. A lot of those motels in Jacksonville, I go through there quite often. You expect to get yourself a free continental breakfast.
Of course you do.
And a lot of them do offer free breakfast, but not all. You need to check when you're making your reservation.
This is Jacksonville. This is just what we do.
We had a breakfast back in the day at this motel we were staying with as a family, and Ann missed the buffet by 10 minutes, and she lost her mind. She couldn't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
They had the nerve to shut it down.
It ended at 10. She got there at 10:15. Oh,
no.
Oh, chaos.
Couldn't. It was the most low-budget motel.
Some of those buffets are so gross.
Oh,
they are.
But pre-COVID, I would get down because they have like little boxed cereal.
Yeah.
They've got little yogurts. They've got milk. They've got all this stuff that's pre-packaged. You know, that's the only thing I would touch.
And then they got a big pile of scrambled eggs.
The scrambled eggs are so
Do
gnarly.
not touch the eggs.
No, they've been out on that heated light. They're sweating these eggs. It's
10
terrible.
people farted on those eggs. Do not touch those eggs.
You know what I love, though, is the packaged Smucker's peanut butters. I don't know when you ever get
Yes.
Smucker's peanut butter, but it is I love it.
They have packaged Danishes sometimes. They have packaged cookies sometimes. They'll have like a banana. That's safe to eat off the breakfast buffet.
See, what I'll usually do is I'll get the banana and that Smucker's peanut butter, and that's a little combo there.
Fat Kevin,
love it.
Smucker's does great things.
They do that peanut. I never see it. I never have Smucker's peanut butter unless it's out of that little container off a breakfast buffet.
A free breakfast buffet at your hotel makes you so happy.
You are talking to a huge Smucker's fan over here.
Oh, I get it. Well, apparently this woman in Jacksonville was too, so she loses her marbles when they don't offer the free breakfast buffet. And there's a guy that was in line to check out that tells her to settle down. So she calmly threatens to kill him. Then she stole his truck and then drove it straight into a pond just to show him, don't tell me to chill out about the buffet.
Look, she loves that kind of food. She loves buffets.
She stole his truck because he asked her to calm down?
He's like, lady, just calm down. She's like, I'm going to kill you. And she's like, you know what? Better yet,
I'm going to drive your truck in a lake.
Hot wired his truck and drove it into a pond.
That's a woman who didn't have any Smuckers in her belly.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't cut me off from that.
She's going through something.
There's a guy in Largo, Florida that went to a Checkers on Wednesday and was so mad when he found out that they run out of lettuce that he started beating up the store.
Oh,
Again,
my.
it's about people's food.
He was slamming his fist against windows. He was screaming at the top of his lungs when the cops got there.
Food's the one thing you feel like you can control in your life.
I feel like something else was going on with him.
There is.
Was this what Ann looked like?
Yeah, she was about to fight people.
Abusing Brick.
Oh, we still heard about it 10 years later.
Oh, man. There's a woman that pretended she was an FBI agent to try to get some free food at a Chick-fil-A in Georgia.
I get it.
The cops show up, and she still wouldn't drop her claim. They're like, you're not.
We know you're not.
She's like, no, I am. They're like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. There's a drunk 21-year-old that wandered into a home in Arizona and helped himself to a pizza that was just sitting on the table.
Aw, that's just drunk good luck.
I know it is. Bingo. That's when the homeowner and his son came home to find the pizza thief, and then they called the police themselves.
I mean, you get your ass kicked with some families. You come in there stealing the pizza.
The Penningtons, I imagine.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been
They're
good.
going to play, yeah. And a new submarine apparently is going to take people down to see the Titanic wreckage.
Ooh.
Available now on the Goop gift guide. You only have to pay $125,000.
Oh.
Would that interest you at all? You get a front row seat to some of the wreckage of the Titanic, or does that not interest you at all?
Well, it depends upon you're talking about whose budget are we talking about. If it's my budget, that does not interest me. But if somebody's like, hey, you want to hop in this sub, nothing comes out of your pocket, I would do it. Absolutely.
Just watch the movie. Didn't they do that in the movie?
I saw the story today. I'm like, I don't know if I'm
It's
that.
probably a lot clearer of a picture, too.
But I think I kind of have Titanic attitude because I didn't like the movie. I thought it was too long.
Oh, I love the movie.
Didn't like how Rose handled anything.
But I think it's way down. Wouldn't that mean the pressure? Do we have subs that can even get down?
You're asking great
Suits is
questions.
saying, yeah.
Yeah, you can get down there, but then your panic attack kicks in when you think about, oh my gosh, if one little thing goes wrong, I'm going to be exploding into smithereens.
Just know once you go in, you can't get out real quick. You're in it.
That would not work well for a girl like me. That's why I had to quit my scuba class.
Yeah.
Right before the final certification, I quit because we were down too deep, and I was like, everything could go wrong. I'm done.
There's that one thing that can happen. You get that bubble to the brain or whatever. It kills you instantly.
The bends?
Yeah, the
yeah.
bends.
I was like, get me out of here.
Could you imagine being on this sub and you're looking out the window and you're like, that's the Titanic, and you're just like taking it all in. All of a sudden you see the glass crack.
Oh my gosh.
Panic attack.
That's a movie.
The classic, it cracks, and then you see a shark eye coming in.
And then it's over. Coming up here in a couple minutes, $5,000 is what we gave away on Friday. The 5K workday payday. You qualify with $100 and you get qualified for $5,000 in just a matter of minutes.
97.9 WRMF and the $5,000 workday payday.
This is how it all starts. Heather is on here from Stewart as our first qualifier for the week. Hello, Heather.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I can't believe I got it.
Oh, this is good. It's a great way to start off a Monday, isn't it?
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh, I bet. It's
no idea.
been kind of a trying Monday for a lot of people, but $100 in your pocket and you're qualified for $5,000. We're going to be drawing that winner coming up on Friday, okay?
Oh, awesome. Thank you, guys. And have a great week.
You too.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice little weekend, too. 1 in 45 chance. We got 45 people that we're going to be qualifying. That means every single hour until 5 p.m. today, all the way through Friday. Just listen to the top of the hour, and you could be qualifying. Going into a weekend with $5,000 cash, part of the $5,000 workday payday. I know a lot of people would like a little bit extra money.
Amen.
Yeah, that's part of what's going on here. Saw this. People are working hard for the money, waiting on the celebrities. We have that a lot here in South Florida with the service industry that we have here. And I noticed, too, you could kind of tell that a lot of the people are coming down for season. Because, you know, my wife and I, we always kind of like do that weekend walk around Palm Beach, just, you know, trying to pretend like we're rich. And a lot of people had their lawn furniture out.
Oh.
So they were back. Because we walk by these amazing homes that are right on the ocean. And, you know, we started doing this during the pandemic because, you know, there's nothing else to do. And so we were out there, and I was just like going, does anyone even live in this house? Like, I never saw any life. And finally, this weekend, like 2 or 3 of these houses that we kind of like walk by and pretend like, you know, we imagine what it'd be like if we lived there and
that's fun
and owned it. It's all we got, Virginia. We're hanging on to just anything. And, you know, and to see like there was actually like a lawn furniture and some, it looked like somebody was there and you could see somebody inside. And you're just
be like, finally, we've been watching to see when y'all was going to get here.
Oh, I really have, yeah.
We would do that too growing up. My oldest sister, when she got her license, we'd drive around neighborhoods and stuff. We'd go around all the houses and just kind of talk about what kind of thing was going on at that house, whether there was an alcoholic dad or if there was murder in that house. It's fun to play pretend.
Well, I'm fascinated with it because if you ever look at the dynamics of rich families, I'm like, okay, how did you get the money? Is it old money, new money? Did somebody actually earn it, or was it handed off to you from somebody else? And if you got the new money, is it because you're that good? Did you get lucky? And then what's your family like? Even if you have that one person that truly brought in all those millions to afford that home, a lot of times the rest of the family screwball losers that they couldn't make $10 if their life depended on it. And I always kind of like wonder what the whole dynamic is. If you lined up the entire family, that's why it's kind of interesting to see. What is that one TV show on Showtime that I love?
Power?
No, I watched
Filthy
that one.
Rich?
No, it's the one that's got the whole family. They're a dynasty, and it kind of shows everybody in it. It's not Billions.
It's on HBO.
Maybe HBO. Yeah, it's a
it's
great show that I was watching, and it's kind of like that, where you've got a couple capable people in it, but it's the dad who is really good.
Succession?
Succession. And that's what it is. So the dad's really good, and he made the money, but his kids aren't as good, and they're kind of screw-ups, and they're just trying to hold on to the money and not blow everything daddy made. And I was like, that's kind of fascinating. I wonder how many of those like big rich families are like that, where you got the guy who was genius, who made the money, and then it's just a matter of like how long before the dumb kids
blow through all
of it, and then you wind up back on the other side of the intercoastal with us, because it's a coming. So yeah, it's just kind of always fascinating when you hear this stuff. There was an actor server in New York City, and she's waiting on a bunch of celebrities, and she made a TikTok video talking about her experiences with the celebrities.
I saw all that, and then it got other people talking about their encounters with celebrities.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd say is these people, how do you know any of this happened? It's just somebody on TikTok saying stuff. You know what I mean?
Know.
You don't know.
And I think the only way you ever do know is you will hear multiple stories. And I don't put a lot into one because, look, we're all this way. You'll have bad moments, or you'll even have a moment where you're not aware, where somebody's watching you and you don't realize they're watching you. And not that you do anything bad, it's just your mind is on something else. Your thoughts are elsewhere, and somebody might say something and you come off like you're a cold jerk and you didn't even hear what was going on.
You're daydreaming about some other stuff going on. Yeah, absolutely.
There's all kinds of stuff that might give you a bad rap as a celebrity. So to me, usually when you hear about 5 stories of a celebrity, and if they all line up one way, you're like going, okay, I have a feeling. And good or bad. I've heard that about good and bad celebrities. After about 5, I'm like, okay, there seems to be a pattern here.
The good ones, I mean, they're kind of boring, though. Let's be honest. I want the bad ones.
Yeah, and the good ones, too, also have their PR team. All right, make sure that...
I'm sure Tom Cruise left you a $1,000 tip. Yeah, great, good for you.
Make sure that video is running when I buy them dinner.
Yeah. Those I don't buy into. It's the ones I like. The Bill Murray stories. He's probably some of my favorites that I've heard. Shaq seems like he's really awesome. He just has random run-ins, and
because they have fun personalities.
Yes.
When they throw their personality into it, that's when it's fun.
You just like to see, especially the big timers. You know, my buddy said Adam Sandler was way humble and very cool, was drinking a beer out of a can,
Love that.
wearing a hockey jersey at some Vegas casino, and was talking to people and being cool. You like to hear that.
Right, because kind of like that screwy kid that got daddy's money, you know, you can easily blow it away with everything that you've made as well. And you got to always remember that you, at one point, were one of everybody else. And people like when... You're like, hey, I'm just one of you. I just got lucky a couple times.
Well, you tell that story about Tom Berenger. He's an actor from the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
And you were standing in his son, but you knew him from the Major League movie, right?
And that was my first celebrity experience I'd ever had. We were in Columbia, South Carolina for a wedding, and he was at the hotel, and I saw him, and I went up to... I didn't know. I was a young kid. I was 12, maybe. And
it's a big deal. When you're 12, it's a big deal to see somebody famous.
And I didn't know how to react or anything like that. I just thought like he'd be like, hey, what's going on? It's nice to meet you. I'm Tom Berenger. I'd be like, oh, that's cool, man. Nice to meet you. And so I just stood there just to say hello to him like you do with any other human being. And he's like, move it, kid. You're standing in my son. And I was like,
so heartbreaking for a child.
Well, and for me too, I'm from like an area where everybody is very nice. Like no one is ever rude to anybody. You just don't have that.
You're basically from Mayberry.
Yes, where you just don't have someone talk to another human being that way. I'm like, wait, what was that? What just happened?
My brother was at 2J's and saw Randy Macho Man Savage, the former, wrestling champion, and he actually interrupted him during his lunch to get me an autograph. I wasn't there.
Oh, wow.
But he took a crayon, signed the menu and gave it to my brother to give to me.
That's cool.
He didn't have to be cool like that because my
That
brother
is cool.
technically interrupted him eating.
That's usually one of the celebrity rules. Let them eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch when they're with their kids. But, yeah, some of the reports, Glenn Close, regal, composed. Some people thought she came off as cold, but I don't think so.
If you're Glenn Close, you probably just got to keep it zipped up. You know what I mean? Everyone's looking for you to screw up.
Mm-hmm. She came in with her dog, Pip, and apparently let him have full run of the restaurant.
Oh, that's not cool.
That's annoying.
That's really annoying.
Uh-huh. Jake Gyllenhaal, yes, he's gorgeous. His eyes will pierce your soul, but he's kind of whiny. He really likes Pinot Noir and French fries.
Well, what if the man wanted some French fries?
I want some fries.
Well, if he asked like that, can I have my fries now? But what? I need more of that story.
Mm-hmm. Amanda Seyfried came with her husband, super nice and understanding. Dakota Fanning seems like a really normal person. And met a girlfriend there, split a bottle of wine, solid tipper. And Hillary Clinton, saw her post-election. She had been through it. I was thinking maybe that she'd want red wine or something relaxing. Hillary came in and started drinking tequila sodas.
Whoa, the hard stuff.
Yeah, I can imagine. You just went through that election and you're like, wait, what?
I've earned this.
Wait a minute, tequila makes a soda? Or a soda? There's a tequila soda out there?
No, you add tequila to soda water.
Oh, okay. I thought that was kind of like what they're doing with all of those soda drinks they're making.
Yeah, I actually do have that. Yeah, you can get it in a can.
Okay, so Virginia's wrong. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They do make that.
No, but if you say tequila soda, that means tequila and soda water.
Yeah, typically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're learning about bartending as well. Impressive stuff. All right, anything else to add to it? You always can. Call or text 877-979-WRMF.
Do you need more KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at KVJShow.com.
I always love it when there's a celebrity that I really like and I hear somebody had a good experience with them. I'm a big fan of Common, the rapper. And somebody texted and said, yeah, my sister waited on him at a bar she used to work at, and he was very nice and left her a $100 tip on a $50 tab.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. But there's nothing more crushing when you really do like and respect a celebrity and you just hear the worst story about him. You're like, oh, man.
Yeah.
I hate that. Sucks. That was a good one, though. You know, the thing that's crazy for me is there are several celebrities. We've been, doing KVJ Show for over 20 years. Pretty much been doing celebrity news that entire time, Virginia.
Yeah.
So I'm always looking this stuff up. There are a couple celebrity names I have to every single time look up because you would think eventually after 20 years of spelling some of these names, and some of them I have. Matthew McConaughey.
It's such a hard one.
It's
so
not
hard.
like he's a new celebrity.
It's so hard to spell. Easy to say.
Every time I have to look up how to spell his name. Every time. Can you spell Virginia? Just the last name. We know the Matthew part. I'm not going to make you do that. How do you spell McConaughey?
I spell it different every time.
I do too. That's why every single time after 20 years, I've got to look up how to spell McConaughey. Don't look it up.
McCough. Anyway.
No. Bird.
MC McCon HOUNERD. Q.
How do you spell it?
MC, then a capital CONAUGHEY. McConaughey.
Okay. Yeah.
Every single time. Like, why can I not commit that to memory? It just doesn't work.
It's got that weird MC thing that does kind of screw you up a little bit.
I think it's the AUGH. If I could just remember that, everything else, I think I got the MCC. It took me 15 years to get the MCC part. I got that down. It's the AUGHEY. I can never get that. Jake Gyllenhaal's another one. We were just talking about him. Can you spell Gyllenhaal, Virginia?
Okay. GYHEN.
GYELL Gyllen HARZQ.
This one's close to impossible. Gyllenhaal, GYLLENHAAL. What? If anyone ever needed a stage name.
Yeah, there's no way.
Gyllenhaal. An easy one that for some reason is very tough for me. I can never spell Josh Duhamel's last name.
Why would you want to?
He comes up every now and then, like every 2 years, something he breaks up with a Fergie or somebody like that. I always miss that one. Can anybody spell Shia LaBeouf?
CHIA.
You even missed that one. I was going to go for the last name, but he blew the first name.
I meant S.
He's a chia?
I meant S.
What are you going to ask about the first name? No. Can you do the last name, Virginia? Shia LaBeouf. Do LaBeouf.
Is it Lebeouf?
No.
Oh.
Labeouf. No one's getting that right.
No.
All right, your last chance. You're just like me. You make me feel better about myself.
I'm terrible.
You've missed all of them. Zach Galifianakis. Can you spell the Finakis part? Galifianakis.
Galaf.
Okay. No. Bird, last shot for redemption here.
Galifianakis. GALFU.
CK.
What?
I didn't want to say it.
GALIFIANAKIS. Yeah.
There's no way. But it's fun to see how bad we are.
Terrible. Yeah. 5 celebrity names I can't spell.
Can you give us one? He's like a Tom Hanks.
Those aren't fun. All right, winter turkey dinner. We have got a great Thanksgiving dinner courtesy of Joseph's Classic Market, one of our favorite places. Such amazingly great Italian and fresh food that you can get in there.
I go there a lot.
Me too.
It is fantastic. All the way up until this next week, we're going to be giving those out. All you have to do right now is just call us up. Call number 9 right now. A little winter turkey dinner. We're going to give you the hookup from Joseph's Classic Market, 877-979-WRMF.
You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Right now, looking for a winter turkey dinner. There's our turkey right there. He's not very happy about this contest, by the way. Not a big fan of it. But if you love Joseph's Classic Market like we do, you're going to love this, a Thanksgiving dinner from them. And we're going to give it to Ashley in Lake Worth Beach. Congratulations, Ashley.
Whoop, whoop. Thank you.
You are so welcome. What a nice little thing. They are going to hook you up.
Can you do a better turkey than Denny's?
Let's see.
Oh, they're pretty good.
I thought yours was great, Ashley.
Yeah.
Good job.
Both pretty good. Very nice. All right. Well, you enjoy Thanksgiving, okay, Ashley?
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good Monday.
You too.
You too. Gotta
It's
imagine.
a big dinner too. It's like
It
feeds
is.
like 9 to 10 people. I think
They don't play around at
they
Joseph.
do not play. The portions are Italian, and they are not kidding around.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we got lots of really great stuff that is going on here. In fact, I want to go back and say congratulations to Iris in Port St. Lucie picking up $5,000 with the 5K workday payday on Friday. So she's got to be loving life as well.
A lot of people winning. We had our Power of Pizza winner on Friday or Saturday, I should say.
Ricky and his family, they were so sweet.
They were all ready to go. They kind of had it ready for a pizza party when we got there.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's cool. What a cozy little weekend.
Yeah,
huh?
they were adorable.
If you would like to get your own Power of Pizza party from Das Craft Beer and Pizza on Singer Island Beach at Ocean Walk, just download the 97.9 WRMF app. You can listen to 1 hour of WRMF or the KVJ Show, and you'll get an entry for the Power of Pizza. All positive stuff. We also have our podcast there on the app. You can listen to the regular show or the After the Show podcast, which we got coming up live on Facebook here in just a few. Bird, if you would, though, take us out with your parting thought for the day, my friend.
Pain is certain. Suffering is optional.
Right.
Look at you listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.